Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. Today we are going to discuss one new lesson from organic chemistry, that is the basic concepts of organic chemistry. This lesson belongs to the organic chemistry under the chapter 12. So this is a very important lesson, and some people feel very difficult about this organic chemistry. You don't feel very difficult about this organic chemistry, but it is very easy. I will explain the concept in a very easiest manner, so you can understand the lesson in a very easy manner. And one more thing, you must know the organic chemistry is very much important in the examination point of view, especially in the board examination as well as in the NEET examination. Majority of the questions are asked from this organic chemistry. So from the beginning onwards, you concentrate very well, then only you can understand the entire concept very easily. So organic chemistry is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of carbon and its compounds. The word organic signifies life. So all life existing process can be carried out with the help of organic chemistry or throughout the organic compounds. As far as myself is concerned, the organic chemistry plays an important role in our day-to-day life, especially in biological process. We know that the components of systems or biological systems, especially the DNA and RNA, proteins, carbohydrates, all these are associated with the help of this carbon compounds or in the form of organic chemistry. So before 1780, the scientists are not at all think about this organic chemistry. They are studied chemical compounds in a single manner. So after that, the scientists divide these compounds into two parts. The compounds synthesized from living things. You know what are the living things, especially the plants, animals, etc. Certain compounds are synthesized from the living things are separately classified. So and the elements obtained from non-living things, especially the inorganic minerals, are under the category of inorganic, and the compounds derived from living things are explained under the category of organic chemistry. So for this instant, Berzelius is a scientist proposed one theory called Berzelius theory. Berzelius proposed after 1780. The important postulate of the Berzelius theory is all life existing process are with the help of or the compounds are synthesized through the living things. This is a Vittel-Post theory. Berzelius proposed organic, simply say organic compounds are derived from living things. Living things only used to synthesize the organic compounds. So people and the scientists believe this Berzelius theory up to the proposal of or the find out the compound by Henry Frederick Höhler. Henry Frederick Höhler is a scientist. He prepared urea. Urea is an inorganic compound, or urea is a compound which is prepared from inorganic elements. You know urea is also prepared from the urine of mammals. But this compound is chemically synthesized from the laboratory from the inorganic compounds. So after the determination or after the finding of urea in the laboratory, the Vittel-Post theory, Berzelius-Vittel-Post theory was completely washed out. Henry Frederick Höhler in 1828 prepared the organic urea compound from the inorganic compounds, especially potassium cyanate. This is a formula for potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide is a inorganic compound. Potassium cyanide reacts with ammonium sulfate. This is a formula for ammonium sulfate. Once these two compounds react together, it produces the compound called ammonium cyanate, NH4CnO, and potassium sulfate. Ammonium cyanate is a major compound. Once this ammonium cyanate is formed, NH4NCNO, this compound on rearrangement gives urea as the major product. So, urea synthesized from the inorganic element or inorganic compounds called potassium cyanate and ammonium sulfate. This is a formation of urea. So, after the discovery of the urea from the laboratory, the Berzelius-Bittel-Post theory was completely blown out. This phenomena was further supported by another scientist. In 1848, Holp prepared acetic acid. You know the formula for acetic acid, CH3COOH. Ethanoic acid, acetic acid, otherwise known as ethanoic acid. This compound is prepared from the elements carbon and hydrogen. Also, this compound is synthesized from this is vinegar. You know the organic compounds is naturally synthesized from vinegar. And this statements was further supported by Berthelot. He prepared methane from the elements in the year of 1856. So, with the help of Henry Frederick Holp and Berthelot, the Berzelius-Bittel-Post theory was completely blown out. So, acetic acid prepared from their elements is an important conversion in the examination point of view. In your text, the concept is not explained, but listen carefully. Carbon reacts with hydrogen, electric arc production. So, one part acts as a cathode, another one part acts as a anode. Both are react together to produce the compound called acetylene. Acetylene is an organic compound, is an unsaturated organic compound with multiple bonds. Once this compound is formed, it reacts with water in the presence of 42% of sulfuric acid and 1% of mercuric sulfate as the reagent. So, these two compounds, hydration takes place. This hydration gives, listen, here hydrogen is added, here oxygen is added, the bonds get break. So, it produces the compound called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is a compound, or it is called as ethanal. IUPAC nomenclature of acetaldehyde is ethanal. This compound on oxidation gives acetic acid. So, this is the way to prepare acetic acid in the laboratory by Holp. So, Bittel-Post theory was completely blown out by the statements or the compounds prepared from Henry Frederick Holp and Berthelot. So, this is the first part of this lesson. And another one important term, what is organic chemistry? So, I already told you organic means life. Nowadays, organic chemistry is defined as is the chemistry of carbon compounds. and its related compounds are called organic chemistry. Without carbon, as our carbon alone does not make any kind of compounds in the field of organic chemistry. Carbon and hydrogen combines together through the bond formation, either mostly covalent bond formation. It gives numerous compounds. So this carbon chemistry is otherwise known as hydrocarbons. Study of hydrocarbons is called organic chemistry. Study of carbon compounds is called organic chemistry. Study of hydrocarbons are called organic chemistry. So in addition to this carbon and hydrogen, some other elements also present in the ring or the open chain organic compounds. What are the other elements present? That is, carbon, hydrogen are the major elements present in majority of the organic compounds. Therefore, they are said to be hydrocarbons. In addition to carbon and hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, nitrogen, halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. So these are the other elements present in the organic compound. So simply say the study of organic compounds with the help of these organic compounds. What are the elements present in the organic compounds? Majorly carbon and hydrogen. In addition to carbon and hydrogen, other elements such as oxygen, sulfur, phosphorus, nitrogen are also present in this organic compounds. It's a modern definition of organic chemistry. Especially carbon plays an important role. Why more significant towards carbon? We know that more than 118 elements are identified and named by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Among the 118 elements, carbon is the one of the element. Carbon forms numerous compounds. That is, lakhs and lakhs compounds are identified with the help of carbon. What is the reason for this numerous compound formation? That term is called catenation. What is catenation? Says simple 2-mark question. What is catenation? Carbon combines with other compounds to form a chain of organic compound through the covalent bond formation. Carbon combines with other carbon. One carbon combines with other carbon through the bond formation, the covalent bond formation. What is covalent bond? You know what is covalent bond. Covalent bond is nothing but the mutual sharing of electron between two atoms. Mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms. That is called covalent bond. So, chain of organic compound arises due to carbon-carbon bond. Carbon-carbon bond may be either single bond or double bond, or it may be triple bond, or it may be multiple bonds. Multiple bond means more than 2 double bonds are present in a single compound. Single bond and a double bond may be present in the single compound. So this is the catenation. Carbon possesses better catenation property, hence this forms numerous compounds. This is the first part of this lesson. It's a basic concept of organic chemistry. You should read line by line in your text, then only you can understand the concept. If you have any doubts, you may ask. Thank you.